morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching JanataTelevision and this is English Bulletin with me, Utsa Bhatrai. The top stories first. Death toll from coronavirus climbs to 491 in Nepal. A record high 934 new cases confirmed in Kathmandu Valley. House panel tells government to rescue stranded Nepalese. Instructs government authorities to mobilize foreign employment fund for rescue operation. Transport entrepreneurs unwilling to open ticket bookings for Dasai complain that they cannot cover the expenses by operating empty buses. US President Trump and rival Joe Biden meet head-on for the presidential debate. Trump to defend himself over tax allegations. And the Delhi Capitals lose their first match of the IPL 2020 season. Sunrisers secure the first win of the tournament. And now the news in detail. Coronavirus has claimed 10 more lives in the country, taking the death toll to 491. According to the Health Ministry, the victims were from the age group of 39 to 76. 3 victims each were from Kathmandu and Bake, while 1 each were from Morang, Sarlahi, Mahottari and Chitwan, informed the ministry. Spokesperson at the Health Ministry, Dr. Jageshwar Gautam, informed that 1,513 new cases of coronavirus were reported in the country during the latest round of tests. Among them, Kathmandu Valley alone reported a record high of 934 cases. With this, the total number of COVID-19 cases in the country has climbed to 76,258. According to the ministry, a total of 55,371 people have been discharged from the hospitals across the country after complete recovery from the disease. As of today, there are 20,396 active cases of coronavirus in the country. Among them, 9,689 patients are receiving treatment in health facilities, while 10,707 are in home isolation. Health experts say that the chances of having a heart attack decrease by nearly 50% after only 12 months of quitting smoking. According to the world statistics, 1 in every 10 deaths is caused because of a heart-related problem. Speaking at a program organized to mark the World Health Day at Shahid Gangalal National Heart Center, cardiologist Dr. Murari Tungana claimed that 1 in every 10 deaths between the age of 30 and 70 is a result of heart-related disorder. Dr. Tungana also pointed out to the importance of increasing public awareness about heart-related disease and the deaths they cause all over the world. General Secretary of Nepal Health and Research Council Pradeep Gewali urged the hospital to increase its research work on heart disease. The Shahid Gangalal Hospital has provided emergency service to over 10,000 people since the lockdown began in late March. An awareness rally was also conducted yesterday to mark the importance of the World Heart Day in a physically distanced manner. The hospital also felicited doctors and other clients and members of the hospitals for working tirelessly during the coronavirus pandemic. Meanwhile, a parliamentary committee of the Law House has directed the government to repatriate migrant workers stranded abroad utilizing Foreign Employment Welfare Fund. The Industry and Commerce Committee and the Labour and Consumer Committee has directed the government to make use of Foreign Employment Welfare Fund for rescuing Nepali migrant workers grounded abroad. The committee has further directed the concerned ministry to prepare and amend existing policies for upcoming repatriation. The committee has also directed the Ministry of Labour, Employment and Social Security to coordinate with the Ministry of Civil Aviation to increase the number of flights for repatriation.
परराष्ट्र मन्त्रालय र संस्कृति पर्यटन तथा नागरिक उड्डयन मन्त्रालयसँग समेत समन्वय गरी नियमित उडान संख्या थप गर्ने व्यवस्था मिलाउन नेपाल सरकार श्रम रोजगार तथा सामाजिक सुरक्षा मन्त्रालयले निर्देशन दिने।
The committee has also asked to stop the movement of Nepali caregivers to the Gulf countries until a clear agreement is reached between the respective countries at the government level. The committee has no objection if the destination country has laws to protect the rights of migrant workers.
वैदेशिक रोजगारीमा घरेलु श्रमिकको रूपमा पठाउने सम्बन्धमा ठोस कानुन नबनेसम्म तथा नेपाल र सम्बन्धित रोजगार तथा मुलुकी द्विपक्षीय सम्झौता गरी रोजगारलाई व्यवस्थित र मर्यादित नबनाएसम्मका लागि घरेलु काममा श्रमिकहरू पठाउन पूर्ण रूपमा बन्देज लगाउन निर्देशन दिएकोमा आगामी दिनमा दिएको अवस्था पूरा गरेका मुलुकमा घरेलु कामदार पठाउन सकिने।
The committee has also directed the government to scrap the license of manpower companies that have been involved in sending workers abroad through illegal channels and by taking hefty sum from the aspiring workers. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Back after the break, we continue with other national news. With the advent of the festive season in Nepal, the transport entrepreneurs have shown very little interest in making the bus tickets available to the public, stating that operating vehicles with little to no passengers is not economically viable. Every year, the bus park ticket counters are jam-packed with people trying to get tickets to return back to their home during the festive season. However, this year, with the coronavirus pandemic, the bus parks were a deserted look. With confusion surrounding the pre-booking of bus tickets, the passengers are unsure of when they will be able to travel home. The Federation of Nepalese National Transport Entrepreneurs informed that the decision to open the pre-booking of tickets will only be made after the discussions with the government. The entrepreneurs have said that opening the transport sector during these times with only a few passengers won't even cover the cost of operating their vehicles. After the initial lockdown was imposed on the country, most people had already returned back to their villages. In addition to the fear of contracting coronavirus has also gripped the general public, and therefore the skepticism surrounding the travel has caused uncertainty in the transport sector as well. The government had allowed the operation of long road vehicles from 17th of September. The government had also directed all vehicles to carry only 50% of the total capacity of these buses while allowing the fares to be increased by 50%. However, this model has increased the price of tickets so much so that the buses are running under less than the prescribed 50% capacity. The transport entrepreneurs have therefore started lobbying for the operation of these vehicles at 100% capacity. In other news, social activists have been actively involved in feeding the needy group of the society troubled by the coronavirus pandemic in the valley. Free meal has been distributed to needy citizens at the open theatre in Tudikal at the joint initiative of UFT's Trade Union International Public Services and Allied Nepal Coordination Committee. COVID-19 pandemic has taken a massive toll on people's income and employment. Daily wage labourers particularly have been hit hardest by the pandemic and the precautionary measures that followed. Many social organizations and volunteers have been continuously feeding the needy section in the valley ever since the lockdown first began on March 24 this year. And now the news from Economic Front. The World Bank has approved a $150 million project to help Nepal strengthen service delivery and institutional capacities in strategic secondary cities. According to the World Bank, the fund will be utilized to support the post-COVID-19 economic recovery. The World Bank said in a statement that the project puts the municipalities in the center in project implementation in full alignment with federalism principles enriched in the 2015 Constitution of Nepal. According to the World Bank, the Nepal Urban Governance and Infrastructure Project will support municipalities located in 2 strategic urban clusters. One of them is the Eastern Terai region, which includes Province 1 and 2, and the other is Western region, including Gandaki Province and Province 5. The selected municipalities in these areas are key to Nepal's economic development and are centers for commercial and administrative activities, the World Bank noted. Through the creation of Nepal's first dedicated urban sector grant, the project will finance strategic infrastructure in the targeted cities based on the priorities of the municipalities and their citizens. We'll be taking a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international and sports news. Welcome back, and now the international news. US President and his Democrat rival Joe Biden have met for the first round of 3 presidential debates. Both the presidential candidates have taken the stage at Cleveland, Ohio. The event is being moderated by Fox News anchor Chris Wallace. Chris won praise for moderating a Trump-Clinton debate back in 2015, BBC reported. The first debate will be crucial for President Trump as he has come under fire over allegations of tax avoidance as published by the New York Times. On Sunday, the New York Times revealed President Trump paid $750 in federal income taxes the year he won the presidency. In his first year in the White House, he paid another $750. According to BBC, hours ahead of the debate, Joe Biden and his running mate Kamala Harris released their tax returns. The studio audience has been limited in the debate due to the coronavirus precaution. The sit-in audience are around 80 people in total, Al Jazeera reported. World Health Organization has assured a robust investigation over allegations of sexual exploitation and abuse by its staffers tackling Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Reports had revealed WHO staffs working as a part of the organization's Ebola response team in the Democratic Republic of Congo sexually abused and exploited women. Releasing a statement on Tuesday, WHO said, "Anyone identified as being involved will be held to account and face serious consequences, including immediate dismissal. The betrayal of people and the communities we serve is reprehensible," the statement added. According to BBC, WHO and other aid agency staffs were accused by 50 women in a joint investigation by 2 news agencies. Local women were allegedly piled with drinks, ambushed in hospitals, forced to have sex and to become pregnant. The allegations cover the period between 2018 and 2018 March this year. You're watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. David Warner sealed a win in his 50th IPL match as captain after Sunrise Hyderabad beat Delhi Capitals by 15 runs. The Delhi Capitals had won the toss and decided to bowl first at the Sheikh Zayed Stadium in UAE. Openers Warner and Barstow got off to a steady start after an opening standoff of 77 runs. Warner got out on 45 runs while Barstow scored 53. A quick-fire 41 of 26 from New Zealand captain Kane Williamson helped the Sunrisers reach a decent total of 162 for 4 in the allotted 20 overs. Chasing the Sunrisers' total of 162, none of the Delhi Capitals batsmen got going, with Shikhar Dhawan, Rishabh Pant and Simon Haimata all getting good starts but failing to convert their scores to match-winning performance. Man of the match Rashid Khan took 3 wickets for the Sunrisers as Delhi Capitals managed to score only 47 runs with the loss of 7 wickets in their 20 overs. 15 runs short of their win. This was Delhi Capitals' first loss at the tournament, while the victory was their first for Sunrisers. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Death toll from coronavirus climbs to 491 in Nepal. A record high 934 new cases confirmed in Kathmandu Valley. House panel tells government to rescue stranded Nepalese, instructs government authorities to mobilize foreign employment fund for rescue operations. Transport entrepreneurs unwilling to open ticket bookings for Dasai. Complain they cannot cover the expenses by operating empty buses. US President Trump and rival Joe Biden meet head-on for the presidential debate. Trump to defend himself over tax allegations. And Delhi Capitals lose their first match of the IPL 2020 season. Sunrisers secure their first win of the tournament. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. We urge all our viewers to follow government directives of the lockdown and follow healthy hygienic practices to keep safe from any infection. Keep washing your hands, keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.